Liverpool's season has been a whirlwind of emotions, achievements and reflection. With the Premier League title already secured, a feat that will echo through the halls of Anfield for decades to come, the Reds have been using their final matches to relax and experiment with new ideas. But while some players have seized this more laid-back phase of the campaign to shine, others remain on the sidelines, leaving fans and analysts with intriguing questions. Among these cases is forward Federico Chiesa, whose lack of opportunities under Arne Slot has become one of the great mysteries of this victorious season. The Dutch manager, known for his methodical approach and well-defined strategies, has used his recent media appearances to explain some of the decisions made throughout the campaign. In a press conference held at Liverpool's training ground, Slot was asked directly about Chiesa's absence from the team's plans. His response was direct, yet full of nuance, a combination that only deepened the curiosity surrounding the matter. Federico Chiesa is not just any player. He arrived at Liverpool surrounded by expectations, bringing with him an impressive resume built at clubs like Juventus and Fiorentina, in addition to being a key figure in the Italian national team that won the Euro 2021. However, ever since donning the red shirt, something has seemed off. Despite all his technical quality and experience, Chiesa simply couldn't establish himself in the starting 11. Slot, for his part, didn't hesitate to acknowledge the Italian forward's skills. In terms of pure quality, he deserves much more time on the pitch, the coach stated bluntly. But here at Liverpool, we're talking about fierce competition. And therein lies the dilemma. Chiesa, despite being an exceptional player, found himself in an almost impossible situation. Standing ahead of him are names like Mohamed Salah, Cody Gakpo, and Luis Diaz, true titans of modern football who dominated their positions throughout the season. Mo Salah, Cody Gakpo, and Lucho Diaz had incredible seasons, Slot emphasised, underlining each word with admiration. It's hard to argue with that. Also, when Chiesa arrived, he was starting from behind, literally starting with a disadvantage, so to speak. He wasn't as physically fit as the other players. According to the manager, this initial gap in physical conditioning made it even harder for Chiesa to carve out a spot. By the time he reached the required fitness level, there was little reason to alter a dynamic that was already working so well. For anyone closely following football, it's clear that Arne Slot faces a colossal challenge in managing Liverpool's squad. Imagine having a roster full of stars, where every player is capable of deciding important matches. Now imagine trying to keep all of them happy and engaged, knowing that only 11 can start each game. This creates constant pressure on the manager, who must balance talent, results, and interpersonal relationships. In Chiesa's specific case, Slot's decision seems rooted in relentless logic. No matter how talented he is, the Italian would need to overcome nearly insurmountable obstacles to break into the starting team. In addition to competing directly with Salah and Gakpo Diaz on the wings, he also faces the shadow of other stars who occupy different roles within the tactical setup. Players like Darwin Núñez and Diogo Jota, both versatile and lethal, further expand Slot's range of options. I always felt that Lucho Diaz, Cody Gakpo and Mo Salah deserved my trust, said the manager, reflecting on his decision-making process. And frankly, I rarely found reasons to change that setup. While respectful toward Chiesa, this statement reveals a harsh reality. At a club like Liverpool, even the best players can end up on the bench if they don't quickly adapt to the team's demands. With so many barriers to overcome, the inevitable question arises: what does the future hold for Federico Chiesa at Liverpool? Although Slot avoided answering this directly during the interview, his words carried significant hints. By sidestepping a commitment to giving Chiesa more chances next season, the coach signalled that the Italian might not be in the club's immediate plans. Sources close to Liverpool suggest there's a high probability that the forward will leave Anfield this summer. For many fans, This possibility stirs mixed emotions. On one hand, it's frustrating to see such a talented player wasting his potential on the bench. On the other, it's understandable that Liverpool prioritises those who best fit Slot's playing style. Even so, 2 matches remain in the current season, including the clash against Brighton, and fans are hopeful that Chiesa will be given at least one chance to prove his worth. It would be a kind of farewell gift, an opportunity for the Italian to show that, despite everything, he can still be part of European football's future. Regardless of what happens in the coming months, Federico Chiesa's spell at Liverpool will certainly serve as an example of how football is, above all, a sport of tough choices. Even the best players can fall victim to circumstances beyond their control, whether due to intense competition, tactical decisions, or simply group dynamics. Arne Slot, with his trademark candour, has sparked a fascinating debate about the role of managers in handling star-studded squads. He didn't deny Chiesa's talent, but made it clear that at a club like Liverpool, competition is brutal and unforgiving. For some, that might seem unfair. For others, it's exactly what makes football so captivating. So, as we await the next chapters in this story, it's worth remembering that football is full of twists and turns. Maybe Chiesa will still surprise everyone, whether at Liverpool or elsewhere. Until then, all we can do is admire the complexity of this wonderful sport and hope that stories like this continue to inspire discussions, passions, and dreams.